Let's continue with the installation of SQL Server on Linux. So in the previous video, we demoed one method that is, I call it online and attended install. So that install mainly is good for learning because we know what the installer is asking, what is the input we're gonna give. Okay, so in the real world, so we most likely is going to, especially if we have many servers, so we will go some kind of unattended install because we don't want manually input those parameters, so it's easy to make a mistake. Okay, so we're going to use unattended install. Let's go back to our diagram. So let me remove some lines. Okay, so the online means our database server can access the internet, so that is why I call it online. So typically in the corporate environment, your database is in the third tier. They don't have access to internet. So we will have to something like, internally you will have like a repository. So you can pull this some packages like Red Hat packages or Linux packages and to your server. So this is more real-like situation. Okay, so let's continue. So the method to in this demo, it's also the server have internet access, and it is we're going to use unattended. That means we don't want just manually input the operator. So here's the example, similar thing. So we're going to add the Microsoft repository. We're going to use -y to accept yes or no if you're going to install those packages, and then the final is configure the SQL Server. In the SQL Server, in the previous video, you remember they will ask us what is the product you want to install, developer, express, production, so here we're going to use environment variables. Okay, also they ask us to like accept license, also specify the SQL SA password. So but in this demo we're going to unattended. We don't interactively input this parameter. We let the installer to accept from the script or from the command. Okay, variable. So if we go to SQL Server documentation regarding to the unattended install, so since here is example, and also they have links as to variables. What is the purpose of variables? So variables basically telling the SQL Server install through these variables, like accept the EULA, what is the SQL SA password you're going to give, what is the product ID, you see evaluation, developer, and so on and so forth. Whatever you choose, and a few other things like important things, like also if you choose a different port, and also like location. By default, they always installed in the /var opt ms SQL, but you can choose a different, where you put backup, where you put your log, dump directory. There's lots of things. And also, are you going to enable during the installation, enable SQL agent? This is all useful, for the production. Depends on your policy, how you laid out the database file structure, and also where you put your master files, error log files. So there's lots of things in the variables you can choose to customization. Okay, so but in this demo we're going to still use just use two variables. So for the similar to the previous one. So we're going to use the product. We're going to still install the developer. and we also specify this SQL password, okay, as SA. So depends on the user you use. In this case, typically people use sudo user. I'm going to use this syntax to do that, okay? So let me see, I'm just going to copy this section and run it, okay? Let me do a copy and go to the server, okay? So I'm going to go to that server. As I said, the server is now. So let's see, I'm going to create a script, okay, to do that. So in this script, I don't have to specify anything, just don't have to like provide interactive input to the user, to the installer. So you can see there's a 3 line. The first line, you add the Microsoft repository, do the install -y for the SQL Server package. After that, do the config. So you can see here, I put these 2 variables in front of the command. ms sql -n setup, those kind of things. -n means no prompt. Accept EULA, that is the accept the license. And sudo, that means you need user have sudo privilege. If you use root, you don't have to prefix with the sudo. This is the variable we're going to pass to this the configuration file, okay? So we're going to save that, and then let me do a change mod to make it executable, okay? Change mod +x, so this is executable. Before do that, let's check if that directory is clean. So opt var opt, let's see what is it. Oh, they still have the MS SQL. So let me remove it first before we do the reinstall. So I'm going to do the remove. So I'm going to remove this SQL Server first prior to the install, okay? And similar like here, you see, remove the SQL Server. Okay, there's nothing to remove. So, but I do need to remove that directory. So let me just remove that directory to do the cleanup. Let me also remove that user. Okay, so now it's the start from the beginning. So everything it is as we get a brand new server first time to the install. Okay, so now that I'm going to run this script, a very simple script, right? So in this time, if I just execute this script, right, I don't have to interact with the installer or configurator anymore, because those value, it is passed by those variables, okay? So the first, you see, the first one, it is add this repository successful. Now you can DNF install the MS SQL. You can see it is, we download the SSMQL packages. After that, they will install the package. Also the dependent packages, it's the same thing, like you can see it is about total installs 1.2 G. After the SQL Server software being installed, then they do the configuration, okay? So you see there's no interaction between the user and the software installer or configuration, this one, manager. So this MS SQL-conf is similar to on the Windows, the SQL Server Configuration Manager, but this is the command line and not the GUI, okay? So right now you see this download the package. It's gonna take a little bit time. Let me pause the video and come back shortly. Yeah, it took about 1.5 minutes to download these 80 packages, and if you look at the source location of this, they downloaded from Microsoft website. Those dependent they downloaded from Red Hat repository. Okay. Oh, by the way, so the Red Hat I'm using, it is developer edition. That is thanks to Red Hat to provide those developer for people can do test and to learn. Okay. Also SQL Server, similar thing. Microsoft provided those. It makes things very easy. When you go to download, you don't have to have a user and password, those kind of things. So make to learning it is relatively easy. You can just go there, download, and start it to learn. Okay, so let me pause again and wait this installation to finish. All right. Yeah, the install is completed. You see this section, it says install completely. After that, run the sudo. So the script also run the sudo with the parameters given. So at the end, it says setup is complete, successful. SQL Server is starting. All right, let's do a test, similar test. So we're gonna do a SQL CMD. And with the user, this is local. I don't need to specify the server name, right? So we don't need to specify. We can specify, like -s. So we do a connection, so it's successful. Select add version. Go. So yeah, so that is what we get. So in the future, I think I even don't need go there. I just from command line do a select version. So in this way it's fast. Select version -q. Okay. So this not a small q, a big q. So it's going to be big Q. You see, this is the version we installed, developer Linux 9.4 SQL Server. Okay, so we can do the same test, but I'm gonna skip if I'm connect from my remote Windows box. So this is the second method. So for the third method, let's continue. It's about how many minutes now? Like 13 minutes, so we still have plenty of time. So for the third method, it is offline, so we assume we don't have internet access. Before I do that, let me just remove this install and remove this directory in this one, then go on to the third install. Okay, and also we do a sudo user del. I'm gonna remove this SMSQL. Okay, so let's talk about the third method. So there's a third method called offline. The reason it's offline, as we said, because we don't have internet access. Presumably, we don't have internet access. So offline means we don't have internet access. So we're going to first, we're going to download to a box or server. So this is we're gonna download, right? So we're gonna download to a server or laptop, they have access. So once we download the RPM package, so we're gonna upload. For example, we use SCP, okay, secure SS shell. So for example, here we use either just HTTP, or we can use in this demo I'm gonna use the curl command, because curl is a cross-platform command. So a curl download from internet to the a laptop, it has internet access, and then from here upload to the DB server. And then we're going to perform the install. Okay, so let me minimize this window, go back to the third method. So third method, so let's download the package. The package is here, HTTPH packages Microsoft SQL Server. So let's go back to here. If we go to Microsoft document unattended install, not unattended, offline install. So versus, so they already have this link. This is Microsoft packages. So if we go here, we find our operating system is Red Hat 9. And then go to, here it is, Microsoft SQL Server, packages. This is our Linux package, and minus the M. So everything started at my MS SQL. So you can pick up any version you like. So we're going to pick up the most recent one. This is this one, okay? So there's other packages like full text search, high availability, polypaste, and so on and so forth. SE Linux, so we're going to use the most recent one. So I'm going to go to copy the address, okay? So if you see what is that address, this basically HTTP, you see the RPM package. So we're going to use first download to Windows, okay? So this is my Windows box. So I have a directory called / temp directory. So I'm gonna download here, okay? So I'm gonna use curl command. It's not necessary to use curl. You can use just directly click. For example, if I go back to here, if I just see click, so then started the download. So you can download, then you can go to that location, do the upload. So the reason I'm using curl because if we're working on the Linux environment, most likely lots of time we're going to use the command line. So that is why I just specifically pick up the curl to do the download. So let's do a download, okay? So I'm going to download this RPM package from Microsoft to the local laptop, which has the access to the internet. So it's downloaded. So this is the RPM package. It's downloaded from the Microsoft website. Size about 250 megabytes. So now we are going to say upload it to the DB2 server. DB server, not DB2 server. So we're going to just simply use SCP and then the package name. Not this one. So SCP, if you want preserve timestamp, you can use this one. So I'm going to just stage this to the server side. So since I'm using the root user, right? So, and the server name is R9 in my case, I'm going to just upload to the home directory because it's very small, right? So give the root directory, the password. So in my case, it take like 40 seconds or something to upload, okay? So let me exit this session. So on the server side, you can see it. All right, so yeah, this is the package it's uploading right now from my laptop to the DB server, okay? So now it is finished. So this is the RPM package. Okay. So let me go back to the document for the method 3. The rest of is similar. So rest of is once you have the package, you just we just do the use the DNF install, then the package name instead of use minus like a MS SQL Server, because that is going to look on the Microsoft repository and download and install. So because it's already installed, it's already on the local the database server, so we just simply use that. Okay, so let me log on to the server again. So once I'm in that server, as I said, this is the uploaded. So the same command, sudo dnf or yum, and then install. So now this time, instead of just this one, so we just give the whole string. Okay, so this is the local one. So you can specify -y if you want, but in this case, I'm just purely demo. The main purpose is for how we upload, download from internet and upload the DB server. This is very much like the DB2 install and Oracle install. You download and then upload to the where you need to install. Okay. Or if you already installed, you can let the to pick it up from that location, like you have a file server, something like that. All right, so this is the install the RPM packages. You can see here. You see the SQL Server package. Now it is in the command line. This is the we just specified. All the other packages, it is still got from the in my case from Red Hat repository. Okay. However, in the real life, this probably should be you get this from your corporate repository. It is kind of like a what is called like a local repository. Is basically kind of a sync with the Red Hat, the Windows repository. Okay. So I'm gonna pause the video because it's gonna take like a minute to finish. Oh, it's already finished. No. So it's probably this time a little bit faster because I don't have to download from the remote anymore. They just now just do the install, So all right, the SQL Server software install is complete. Now we're gonna run this MS SQL conf setup. Okay, so let me go back to that. The document is going to be set up. Okay, so if we just run this, it will prompt us the information. So this time I just make simple. I just use the environment variables. If you work on the Linux, this is just environment variables. So I'm gonna export these two environment variables. Then I'm going to just simply run this command. So I don't want to manually enter the SQL Server password to confirm for twice. Okay, so I'm just simply run this command. Okay, so this won't take long. It just simply create those database files and start the service. So after once the service start, we can do a connection test. Okay. If we want to do something else, we can do like create a table, create a database, and yeah, let's do that. So I will just do a quick to create a database. So before that, let me exit this connection first. So it's almost there, and so and yeah, they give us some information. Says false flush is enabled for this instance, and start DB startup master. So that is the used by the database engine, and then created the temp DB, MSDB, and model DB. All right, setup has completed successfully. SQL Server is up running. So to check the status, we can use systemctl, or we can just do a simply like grab the MS SQL. You can see it. This is the engine process is running. All right, so let's do a local connection as we usually do. Let's see minus the network connection SQL CMD. Maybe let me exit maybe some in my session. So let me see. Okay, yes, something in my session it's prevent me to connect now. You see I connected, and no, I run a query. Let me just connect it then. After connect, so let's see SP databases. Now it's only have like those system databases, master. Let me use a different flag so easy to see it. Okay, so let's see SP databases. So this is the for system database. Let's do a test. Okay, create a database demo, right? So before I do this, let's go to the remote connection. So we're also gonna do the remote connection. We connect to this hostname R9 SQL. Okay, we connected. So we're gonna see the similar information. We have 4 system databases. So we're gonna create one. Okay, similar thing. This is the version information. Let's see. We create a database. Create a database. Go. So we got demo database. Then we see SP databases, and we have 5 databases now. Okay. So let's go to the remote SSMS. So SSMS is still can be used to manage in the database. The only thing it is you have to connect to remote. Okay, that is a big difference when you manage in the Windows. So on Windows, the SSMS and SQL Server can be on the same database, the same host, right? So in this way, and it's relatively easy than you every time configure to connect remote. Okay. So now let's do a refresh, and you see we have a demo database. If we connect, if we can create a new one, let's see, we call it demo 2. But the GUI is give a better, easy way to see more things. Okay, so let's see, called demo 2. And from here, they will also show us where this database are being created. You can see the path. It is var opt, MS SQL data, those kind of things. Okay, so we're gonna just say okay. And so now we have a demo 2. So now if we do the same thing, if we go SP, you can see that we have 6 databases now. Okay, so as I said, everything in by default it is in the var log MS SQL, not a var log, var opt MS SQL. So you can see they have a data log. So if you see the data directory, let's do a -l. So you can see it now. We have our demo 2, and also we have demo. Where's demo 2? Yeah, demo 2 log LDF and the demo log LDF. So this is the 2 user database we created. So everything it is in that directory. As we said, if we don't want this way, we can separate these things. For example, if we do a customized install, right? So we can see like something like that. So we can create different directory structure instead of install everything under /var opt SQL MS SQL. You can put those data in different location and log in the different location, and also the backup in the default backup location in the different location. That is in this document. You can see all. Although these things can be done later, but it will be very nice during the database installation phase or configuration phase. You specify these things. Also the port number, if you want different port number, all these things can be during the installation phase instead of you change after your installation is finished. Alright, so that's gonna be the second part of this video.